What's going on YouTube? So I decided to make a video today just to give you all an update. I haven't really posted much, and I should be starting to post a lot, but I've just been super lazy. So just to recap, for those new subscribers, my name is Eric. I own the Impreza LSTI that's over there, and I just want to give you all like a good update what's going on with the car. Like, people was asking, like, we haven't seen the car at all and this and that. So just gonna make it really simple. So around December, I blew the motor. I came to find out it was a stock EJ205. It's not even EJ207. And what happened was the car's on flex fuel, and I was on E85 most of the year. I had no issues on E85. Everything was perfect. And then I decided to run 93. Kind of like beat on it on 93. I'm not gonna lie to you. The car hasn't been baby at all over the past 3 years since I swapped it with the stock motor. I did abuse it. I did a lot of pulls on it. I raced it. I did autocrossing. I drag raced the car. And the 85, it was perfectly fine. So as far as like what's it called? When I was driving on the 85, there was no issues, and I decided to put 93 in the car. I noticed when I was on 93, my tuner set it to peak boost of 18 pounds. And on 93, I noticed it was making like 20 to 21. But me, I was like, yeah, I don't care. It's a VF48. It's not going to blow up the motor or anything like that. And I went to a Cars and Coffee event here in Central Florida. And I did a pull. I'm going to post a video of the pull right here. And yeah, so blew the motor. Cylinder 2 rod shot through the block. Cylinder 1 and 3 rods were bent. And bent valve on one of the cylinder heads, and damaged crank, of course. Piston was caked up. The block was destroyed. It was completely destroyed. My coolant crossover pipe actually cracked, and so that was destroyed. But yeah, this is like all the carnage that was done to the block. So it was a 5-speed car too. The trans was kind of weak too. I launched the car so many times. Making like 330 horsepower on the E85 on a stock VF48 EJ20 setup. And yeah, the transmission was on its last leg. And I had a 6-speed already, but I needed to restore the 6-speed. So as you can see, I started doing the restoration process on the 6-speed, and it kind of took a good amount of time. I had my boy Billy sandblasted the parts for me. Shout out to Billy. He also has a GC. It's Impreza L. He's doing a swap too as well. And yeah, so sandblasted everything. I got the trans all cleaned up. The trans is rusty. I had to get a new trans crossover pipe. The rear diff was pretty crusty too. I had to go ahead and get it sandblasted by Billy, and I painted the rear diff. I put new brat bolts and stuff, new hardware, new diff seal. The differential was pretty good. There was no rust in it, nothing. Everything was great, so I'm happy about that. The drive shaft was pretty rough. I had to paint the drive shaft, paint the axles, all that stuff. And yeah, so 6-speed. Right now the car has the 6-speed. I wanted to show y'all the carnage. So this is the one of the rod bearings. It was starting to go out. This is the ring. I cracked myself, so I don't worry about the ring. This was the cylinder 2 piston. Snap rod, clean. A lot of debris and damage from the piston. Kiss the valve right here. Right there, kiss the valve. And yeah, there's scratches. I don't know if you can see the scratch score right there. There's a score right here, and a scratches over here. This was the bent cylinder and rod. Piston looks good, pretty normal. The E85 really cleaned it up, as you can see. That's from E85. That's not even me like rivaling it. But yeah, so 6-speed is currently in the car. I'm waiting on the hubs to come back from higher ground. That is the shop I take everything. If there's something I can't do, I take all my stuff over to higher ground. They actually are currently putting the motor together. So they have a professional engine builder named Tim Novak. He is putting the motor together in the car, and the new block is going to feature a out front V3 closed deck block. Basically, it's just, you know, closed deck, season case halves. I went with the JE Ultra coated pistons with the boost line rods. The cylinder head setup, I have B25 STI heads with BC 272 cams, all GSC everything. So GSC titanium spout springs retainers, GSC valves, intake and exhaust standard size, GSC valve guides, GSC valve stem seals, and I also do have ARP head studs. I decided to go with the standard head stud size. Mainly, I don't want to shoot a lot of power for the car. The block itself is rated for like 800, but as far as like the setup I want, I just want only 600 horsepower max. To pair this for current setup right now, I'm going to run with the FP Blue XR Turbo. I just got the turbo back from AGP, and I did the T51R installation on the turbo. So they actually machined all that, and I'm just going to be pairing with the Grinspeed unequal length headers, the 50/50 UELs with Grinspeed external wastegate up pipe, all that Cerakoted. Still gonna run a WX intake manifold, still gonna run carb area on the car. It's gonna run ID 1300cc injectors instead of the 1050s I had before. And right now I just want to shoot for like 450 on the car, just to have fun 450. As far as the clutch, I am running an ACT mod twin disc. For 450 it's kind of like overkill, but eventually for a 600 mark, which is what I'm shooting for, I want to make sure there's a clutch that can handle it. The good thing about the ACT mod twin disc is that it's pretty much like an OEM field clutch. As you can see, Devin Namilla's video, he's running an ACT mod on Bobby's old STI, and just the design of clutch, it feels OEM, and there's not a lot of chatter. So I like to, you know, keep it as much streetable as possible. I do have an external wastegate in the car, as y'all can know about it. This is a video. Oh, so with that external wastegate, I kind of don't want to, I want to do 50/50 on it. I want it to be quiet and not have the open dump. I'm going to have a custom downpipe with a recirc dump to it, fabricated by my boy John at SS Fabrication. Shout out to him. And I'm going to have another downpipe that I'm going to just not run, you know, just run straight dump, you know, just in case I want the noise. I still do have my Tomei exhaust. It's going to get repaired by SS Fab, and I also have the HKS Carbon TI muffler. Another change I'm doing is I'm switching wheels. So I sold my Desmond Record Masters to one of my boy Juan. Shout out to Juan. He has a white GC. It's beautiful. Because they're not the specs I want, and the specs I want, they're pretty hard to find. So yeah, so those specs I want is the 17x8. So recently I just sold them, and I acquired some CE28s. I don't know, like I said, T's. The T's are for the wagon, and they still haven't come yet. but I acquired C28s for the car. I still have my SSR wheels, and I acquired BBS wheels, the OEM 04 STI BBSs. So yeah, so that's pretty much the current update. I will be posting videos of the build process, and I just been caught up with work and a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to give you all an update in the car. It hasn't been ready for 5 months, and it's still a process. That's how it is. You gotta take care of your cars, and if you beat on it, expect it to blow up one day, and just be prepared for it. So otherwise, it's not gonna be prepared like that. So yeah. Public service announcement. If you got a bone stock EJ20, make sure you run E85 on it with a good tune. This is not a tune issue. This is my fault because probably the sensor wire was bad. So make sure you check your boost levels on 93 gas or run E85. So I'll see y'all later.